Hey guys, Mike with KC Tarantulas here, and today I just wanted to go over my entire collection, give you guys an update on how everything's doing, and feed anybody who needs to be fed, and fill up some water, and just go over everything. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Alright, so I guess we're going to start off here with Rafiki. Rafiki is my Idiothele mira. Rafiki has been really big and in pre-molt, I believe, for a while. However, really refuses to molt. It's been a couple months, I think, since Rafiki's last feeding. But since not getting a molt, I'm gonna go ahead and try to feed Rafiki, even though I really would just wish Rafiki would molt instead. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, that actually just went right down in the hole. It's not what I was wanting it to do. Kind of see down there. And Rafiki's not going after it. Well, now at least I smashed its head, so probably won't bother Rafiki, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll let you guys know as soon as something interesting happens with Rafiki, but for such a small sling, it really has taken an extremely long time to molt. So, I'll let you know. Let's move on. Okay. Up next we have Silva, my Nhandu chromatus. And see if we can't get a look here. This one's been growing pretty quick, so, which makes me pretty happy. It was very small when I got it, and this is one that I rescued, quote unquote, from Petco. It was in one of those horrible little containers. Let's see if this one eats. Yep, it eat. Usually pretty good about eating. But yeah, I'll try to fill up the water, and we will move on to the next. But yeah, that's Silva Nhandu chromatus. Alright, next up we have my Hapalopus species Colombia, large, which I have named Baza. See if we can actually get you guys to be able to see Baza. Baza is on this side here, tucked down below there. Kind of hard to get you guys an angle. Let's see if this find an appropriate size worm. Of course, last time I fed Baza, went for a pretty big worm, so again we're gonna put one in there that might be a little on the large side. This lighting's a little too much for you guys. Alright, Baza's not really reacting, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on and put Baza back, but let you guys know if anything happens. But there, you can kind of see the pumpkin patch decoration, but been doing good, molted already in my care, but yeah, not much to say on this one right now, but let's move on. Alright, this is the enclosure for my little Bumba capocla sling named Spell. Let's see if I can't get a light here. Spell's probably going to be molting pretty soon. And you can't really see much. It's back in the back. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, again, another one that is not going to come out because it's a baby. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know about everybody in the collection. So, fortunately, he's hiding down there with a really fat abdomen and due to molt any day. So we'll move on. Alright, next up is my Poecilotheria metallica named Cotulla. See if I can turn this without it like immediately reddening and hiding. It wants to hide, so there you go. There's a good view of it. This one's been growing well, molted fairly recently. It's a great eater. Now it's going to hide up toward the top, so I can't get in there and refill everything. But we're going to try. Let me back up a bit here. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do. There we go. Now I just, since it was up top near one of the holes, I just lightly blew and it moved down. Not something I often want to do, but it works. Because they don't like it. So, what I'm going to try to do is see if we can't do a tongue feed. I don't know if this one is actually going to eat, but we're going to try it. Ah, dropped it. But it got it. Well, it's trying. There we go. Oh, don't back up. Don't back up too much. That was close. Alright. Well, Cthulhu took it right down there back behind the cork bark. I'm going to refill the water. Top it off here. And we will move on to the next. But yeah. That was my Peep Metallica, named Cotulla. Alright, this is my Brachypelma albopilosum. This is Woolly. Woolly is quite an awesome tea so far. Going to be getting an upgrade of enclosure just as soon as I can get one. Yeah, this has been a good tea so far. A little skittish, but seems to be getting a little bit better. Let's see if this one will eat. There we go. Usually does. It's a good eater. But yeah, a little skittish. That's been getting better. always just chilling. Hasn't really dug too much, as you can see. Let me back out here again. As you can see, hasn't really burrowed, but is in need of a new enclosure. So I will be getting that soon. I'm going to refill this water. This water will never stay full. I think it's got some web or something in it. But yeah, we'll let Wooly enjoy that meal. I'm going to refill this water and we'll move on. Alright, this is the enclosure for my Ornithoctoninae species hati named Cheshire, which we're probably not going to be able to see anything because Cheshire has a burrow that Cheshire likes to hide in, especially because I think Cheshire is in pre-molt. Sorry, using my flashlight to see if I can get a glimpse, which I cannot. So must be nice and hidden in there, but Cheshire is going to be getting a new enclosure as well. But yeah, somewhere in here, that one's hiding. Hopefully we'll grow out of that as it gets older and we'll be out more often, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll move on. Alright, up next is my Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens, or green bottle blue, GGB, whatever you want to call it, named Gladys. This one is hiding over on the side here. I think we're gonna give Gladys a super worm. I think I have some appropriate size ones here. Gladys has been doing good. Recently molted after a pretty long pre-molt wait. But let's drop this guy right up here. There we go. Yeah, like I said, has been doing really good. Pretty sure, based off the last molt, that Gladys is actually a he. So, yeah, I don't feel like changing the name though. But the losing the sling colors almost completely now. I think next molt those colors will be completely gone. There's still a little bit on the carapace, which hasn't completely turned yet, but probably will, like I said, next molt. Yeah, great species, easy species. You know, makes things easier because likes everything dry, even though I'm going to fill the water dish here. But yeah, I mean, really, what more can be said about GBBs that hasn't been said by a lot of people? They're really awesome. They're a little skittish. Great eaters. Yeah. We will leave Gladys to his meal, which he seems pretty content just holding on to at the moment. Yeah. We will move on to the next. Alright, next up we have Quill, my Grammostola pulchra, who, as you can see, this past molt got the juvenile / adult color in. Now is no longer just a brown tarantula, it is a black tarantula. And that black is going to get more vibrant, more deep as time goes on, which should be cool. Trying to find an appropriate size worm here. See if Quill is hungry, which I'm going to guess Quill is, because Quill usually is. Yep. So I can get a cooler angle. You can see that butt up in the air. That's kind of the threat posture these guys give. I mean, they can do a real threat posture, but anytime that I've messed with the Quill's enclosure, that's the first thing that happens, is that Quill's butt goes straight up in the air. Kind of like how my Poecilotheria occurdi does as well. Just lifts their butt straight up. But yeah, I'm just gonna go on a wander. Pretty awesome tea so far. Like I said, great eater. Always out and about. Going for a walk, more walks. Always out and about. Just pretty cool overall. Can't wait to see this one get bigger and get that darker black color. And yeah. But that was my Grammostola pulchra, named Quill, who still is wondering. We'll go ahead and let Quill walk around with his or her meal. Can't keep this one in frame. And we'll move on. Alright. Don't want to take the cover off because this one will right away go down into the burrow, but we'll try. But I just wanted you guys to see some of it before it disappears. This is my Aphonopelma seemanni blue color form named Java. As you can see, large abdomen. This one's getting ready, pretty sure is getting ready to molt, so I'm just gonna, and see, there it goes. Maybe I can turn it to where you guys might be able to see a bit. Let's see. Again, I think all you're going to get is a fat butt. There goes the fat butt. But, yeah, that's Java. I'm going to fill up the water dish here that Java has covered with web that has whipped away the water. And yeah, hopefully Java will molt in the next day or so, or days or so. I can't imagine it will take very long. What else can see? A little bit down there at the bottom. There you go. Let me put the light. There you go. Little stripes on the legs there. But yeah, hopefully Java will molt soon. And once that happens, depending on how big Java is after that molt, we'll see about an enclosure upgrade. But yeah, let's move on. Alright, and here you guys see the butt of my Ceratogyrus darlingi, or rear horned baboon, named Oni. Let's see if Oni wants a mealworm. Yeah, Oni does. Really enjoyed keeping this one. It was cute the first time it had a little nub on its last molt. So that's its horn growing in. Excited to see that get larger. So far it hasn't had too much of an attitude. I have gotten a threat posture I think like once or twice. But last time I rehoused it, it was actually really easy to rehouse. So, you never know. I mean, one day they can be upset and have some toot, and the next day they can just be docile and go with the flow. You never know what you're gonna get. But great eater, easy to take care of, seems to be growing fairly fast. And I mean, it has a horn. What more do you want? See if we're gonna get any fang action or anything here from Oni. Maybe. Okay, well, I guess not. But yeah, that is Oni, sea darlingi, rear horned baboon. Let's move on. Alright, this one's being a little bit more crazy than normal, so I'm gonna try to give you guys a look here real quickly before it decides to do something crazy. This is Midas, my Nhandu tripepii, who's pretty ready for a molt. So hopefully we'll get molt soon. But I touched the enclosure and this one went a little crazy, which isn't normal really for it, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe it's just getting a little bit more skittish because it's getting ready to molt. Let's hope that's the case. But I'm going to put the lid back on. I'll refill, well, I'll add to the water later when this one's being a little bit less crazy. But yeah, that's Midas, my Nhandu tripepii. Okay, this is quite a lot of people's favorite. This is Khan. She is a Davus pentaloris, and she just attacked the water when I tried to put some water in. So I'm going to guess that even though that rump is quite plump, that Khan is still hungry. So let me find an appropriate sized worm here for Khan to wrestle with. And we'll drop it. Let me back out a bit so you guys can see it. So we're going to drop it right here. Which I don't think Khan realized. Oh, okay. Well, did realize, and let's try back here. There we go. Little attack on the tongs when I tried to pick that one up. But like I said in my video I sent to Tom going over this species, it is pretty voracious when it comes to eating. So I'm not surprised that it kind of went after the tongs, because it'd go after anything. This one I would, like I said in that video, would not try to handle it, would not put my hand in there. Not because it's really aggressive or defensive or any of those things, just because its feeding response is so strong that I'm afraid you'll just get tagged just because it'll think that you're prey. And is known to this one has kicked quite a lot of hairs too, especially during rehousing. But yeah. I really think that this, I'm using a new camcorder to do my feedings, just because of the zoom, and it's just much easier. But I think the color on it just doesn't do as much justice. So Con is a little bit more vibrant. In real life, the colors are just a little bit washed out on this camcorder, and I apologize for that, guys. But it definitely makes feedings a lot easier for me. And the zoom is nice. So. But yeah, that is Davus pentaloris, named Con, and we will move on to the next. Alright, this is Ancho. Ancho is my Brachypelma emilia, who is looking pretty plump. I'm thinking might be in pre-molt. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find an appropriate sized worm to test that theory, because I thought that last week, and Ancho 8. And again, this little one has proven to be quite the bottomless pit. But yeah, definitely gonna probably be soon. This might be its last feeding. It's pretty plump, pretty dark, colors are pretty faded, so I can't expect that it would want much more. But yeah, this is my Brachypelma emilia, and this one is my wife's favorite. She says it's the cutest, especially when it's freshly molted. But yeah, it's quite a good little eater too. But we will move on. That was Ancho. Alright, this is the burrow of my Selenocosmia kovariki, named Fo, who molted recently and has eaten once since then. Let's see if I can't find a pretty big mealworm. I guess this one I have to do. It's not the biggest, but I'm not sure. I haven't really seen, it's hard to gauge. I haven't seen much of Fo, or Fa, however you want to say it, but I haven't seen much of him or her, and so I don't know how much bigger it got. So I don't know if it still needs mealworms or it might be able to take down small superworms, but I think we're going to find out if I put this guy here. Maybe we might see something happen. Oh. Oh, wow. Sorry, I know that sounded really nerdy, but don't often get to see that one come out so much. So, looks like Fo got quite a bit bigger and looking awfully pretty. Those colors were really nice. Like a velvety chocolatey brown. Not a very dark, but it was good. It was cool. I like the way that one looks when it's freshly molted. And it was cool to see a lot more of it than usual. So I think that probably I'm going to be rehousing that one soon as well. I think it's probably a little big for this enclosure, so I will find something appropriate for Fo and rehouse him or her when the time comes. But yeah, let's move on.